Hello, encouragers. I'm Rebekah Scott, wife, mother of 4, author, and owner and designer of Rebekah Scott Designs. I'm here to encourage you, to make you feel that I can do this spirit each and every day of our awesome journeys to fulfill our many important roles. I believe we are fully equipped to execute, and I will provide as much knowledge, practices, and systems as I can to help you understand just what I know you can do. Execute. We got this. Hello, encouragers. On today's podcast, I want to talk specifically to you about 4 positions I think you should hire in the next 6 weeks. How's that for a deadline? Sometimes I know you are a person who just needs a deadline. I am like that, but I'm very self-motivated. So I will set a deadline, or someone will set a deadline for me, and I will finish it 2 weeks before because I needed my own pressure. I don't work very well under other people's pressure. I work very well under my own competitive nature and my own pressure. So I just gave you a deadline of 6 weeks. If you're like me, you're going to set it at 4 weeks. And if you're a procrastinator, you'll set it at 5.5 weeks. Okay. But these positions will drastically, and I'm not exaggerating, they will drastically change the way you do business going forward for now and also for 2019. So I want you to hire one of these 4. I want you to hire either an executive assistant, a website operator, a marketing or social media position, or a cleaning lady. I know. For each one of those, you thought, oh yeah, I could use one of those. Maybe not that. Oh yeah. You had all these different thoughts with those 4 positions. And those 4 positions have changed things for me drastically in my business. And they weren't all hired at the same time. They were hired at different times. And for each one of your businesses, it will differ and it will vary. But I want you to think which position would help you to do your job or your super skill better if you went ahead and hired it. You already know you're doing too much, and you're already listening to every podcast, book, and webinar you can get your hands on to do things better in your business, but you're still falling behind, or you're at least not getting ahead. So what would getting ahead look like? You spend the majority of your time working in your business and not on your business. And that's kind of becoming a cliche statement, but it is to help you realize you need to look at your business from above, not be running around in circles in your business, because it does harm you and those around you. You need to be working on your business as much as possible. We all know that there's a few in the business, especially in the beginning, that we need to be doing to save money. But eventually you need to move to on your business, which these 4 positions will allow you to do. So a typical day for you, maybe you check your email, you ship, you schedule three times a different post, you upload 5 new images to the website, you write some new description, you wash your floors because it's Tuesday, you wipe down your bathrooms, and you're feeling accomplished. Yeah, oh my goodness, yes, you'd feel accomplished. But what if instead you sketched out a new product, discovered a new service you could offer, you attended a leadership webinar or had a coaching call, or you recorded 3 short videos about your product and service and looked at forecasting numbers for the next quarter and spent 1 hour planning on how to get there? See the difference? One is in the business and you still feel really accomplished and like, heck yeah, but one is on the business and will forecast better your growth. Which one looks like you? We know what we want to do, and we think if I just work harder and smarter, I will get it all done so I can pursue or dream bigger and really get after it. But right now, I need you to check email, order supplies, and post something cute to round up influence. There is another way, and sometimes it is just one simple hire away. I would suggest you think about these 4 positions seriously and hire one within the next 6 weeks. I mean it. I know how you feel about deadlines, like we talked about in the beginning. And so here is one for you. Okay, one position I want you to think about, and these are in no particular order. Please note that these are not in particular order. You need to discover your own business and decide which one would aid you the best. An executive assistant. This position allowed me so much personal and professional growth. It's bonkers. So I got time to design when I hired my executive assistant. And to really give you a visual of that, when I brought Angie on as my executive assistant, that year alone, I created somewhere between 6 and 10 new styles, which is huge because I used to do like 1 or 2 a year. And that year I was able to do 6 or 10. So you tell me how much time she freed up for me to do my super skill, right? Okay, the main job tasks and responsibilities for this position, these are some examples because it may look a little different in your business, but I want to also give you some examples of what these positions do so you can best pick which one you're going to hire in the next 6 weeks. So this position will answer customer emails, order supplies, put together presentations. They organize documents and manage your Dropbox or your Google Drive. They manage your schedule, appointments, and travel arrangements. Imagine that. You'll even be a better mom or dad if you've got someone like this. They write agenda notes for meetings and they coordinate events with outside parties. They help manage internal staff and correspondence with your team. They organize and report sales goals. They may negotiate contracts with vendors or boutiques and supplies. They review customer service experience and seek out new ways to improve them. They can monitor, screen, or respond to and distribute incoming communications from the info@whateveryourbusinessis.com. They assist with inventory every month, or they can coordinate project-based work. So as you imagine, this is someone who loves details and loves being organized and loves task completion. Like I said, really good position. It may vary a little bit for you, but an executive assistant will certainly let you start working on your business and not in your business. This position is right for you if you are overwhelmed with incoming calls, emails, contracts, ordering, etc. And if you're not detail-oriented, like myself, this position will allow you room to grow in your strengths. And hopefully that is part of leading in the big picture as the owner of your business. Okay, the other position I want you to think about is a website operator. I'm sure operator is not the right word here. I'm sure there's some fancy thing. That's the only thing I could think of what a website position would be. So you already heard me say my website is important when I recorded that podcast, but now is the time to hire it for you. And I gave you that deadline of 6 weeks. Managing a website is more time than you will ever have. Believe me, I've spent a lot of awesome dollars toward it and a lot of time making sure my team knows how to operate it because I actually don't know that much about the back end of my website. And I did that strategically so that it wasn't mine because I love that kind of thing, just the mass producing of uploading images and renaming and things like that. But I knew it would suck me away from design. So a lot of my team knows how to do that. But manage your website is a lot of time. So talk about working in the business is what you'd be doing with that position. Whoever you hire to be in this position will be in charge of overall look and guidelines from you on what you want the website to operate as and to look as. They will upload or download all images and templates for your product. They will regularly update and edit pages that receive the most traffic. They'll report the pages that receive the most interaction. They'll do the sales on the website bi-weekly and what changes would help get more money through the door. They can suggest changes to the look and branding if they see dips or in the traffic or black holes, meaning broken links. They can consistently buy the new URLs of products you're setting up. They can set up landing pages, think through PDFs or hooks for your audience to want to sign up for your email list. They can organize with your photographers on what pictures need to happen to achieve the look you want. They can research changes in the industry that would help bring more sales. They can conduct weekly meetings to discuss progress they are making. I highly recommend this because sometimes they're programmers and so they just kind of get in a deep hole and they go through that. They do need to check base with you so that you can make sure creatively you're still in charge of some of those things. So I do recommend weekly meetings. They will generally maintain and rearrange and organize all your pages, links, uploads, and updates with input from you and your team. If you want to sell in this day and age, you must have a website. I know social media is great, but you still need a landing spot, a permanent spot that you own where people can get the best impression of you. Hire this position if you have been saying you need a website for more than 1 year, or you know that your website is a poor example of your awesome product and service, and it could generate enough income to cover the position. So encouragers, you know how I talk about my beautiful website and how going in that direction for sales and my business model was the best decision I made for my business? Well, meet the company that did that for me. My awesome custom website was built by Web Concentrate, and it was such a good investment. Travis and his team work really hard to dive into my business and concentrate on how to problem solve with me and with my customers. They'll do the same for you. They know that websites can be made pretty with Squarespace, Weebly, Wix, etc. But But Web Concentrate really dives deep into what you want for your business and what problem you are solving for your customers. They have made my custom experience so flawless and awesome that I wouldn't ever go with anyone else. Plus, they're local. One phone call away, one email away, one text from helping me quickly, and with loads of experience. If you need a website that looks beautiful, works to solve your customer's problem, and allows you to deep dive into what you want to go with Web Concentrate. Their website is webconcentrate.com. Go get them, encouragers. Another position you need to think about is marketing a social media position. So this will serve as your marketing and also social media, which I believe are two different things because they may also be a graphic designer to do some of those things. This position will allow you to get off of your phone and get on the design board or to your big visions. You may think you know everything about social media and what platforms are best, but what if someone really concentrated on this full time while you worked on the product and service and they worked on selling it to the right audience at the right time for the right reason? This position will manage all posts, updates, calendar events, and overall look you want to have in a consistent manner. Think of that. That alone is what gets people to consistently follow you when you look consistent. Think 3 posts a day with 1 quote, 1 pin, 1 story a day at a certain time with data to analyze it if it is working. There's people who do that, and there's people who enjoy it. They will know what patterns work best for your social media platforms and which ones get the most reach, the most clicks, for the most income by studying the patterns they have set up. They will research new ways to market or update your services. They will set goals for sales on each platform and monitor if they are being met. They will suggest videos, posts, and events that would help you with reach and sales. They'll serve as your happy face for your customers and the face of the digital world for your business. They'll correspond with any messages, notifications, and posts within your platforms. Word encouragers. Think about it. They check your notifications. Remember when I told you guys that I don't have notifications on my cell phone? It's because I have this position, and she's amazing. I don't check notifications. I know a ton of you just like rolled your eyes as if like, what? Maybe not rolled your eyes, but maybe you breathed out like, I cannot believe I wouldn't have to check my notifications. It's possible. Think how much clearer your head would be and how much bigger you would dream and how many things you would do in your business if you weren't checking notifications. It would be huge. So hire this position if you are addicted to your phone and realize the job of posting and interaction will never end and truly don't enjoy it. If you dig it, maybe you can do half and half. Otherwise, hire some of it or all of it. It will be a game changer. Okay, the last position is a cleaning lady. Okay, come on now. It might be time. It can be an affordable position. If you're thinking about going to the company, it might be a little bit more. But get a little creative. This is the most affordable position of the 4, and especially if you're just starting, I suggest this one because you will gain the most mental momentum and business growth because you can hyper-focus when you know someone else is taking care of the home front, and you can really concentrate on business. I hired this position, especially since I work from home, after the accountant. That's how much I knew I needed it. It was the nearest thing I could see that stopped me from being creative. Dust on my floors and dirty house, my creative energy gained, and I focused on my position at hand. Who knew clean floors could do so much? Think creatively. If you can't swing the bill, can you trade with a girlfriend, hire a high schooler or a homeschooler, or just hire for 2 times a month? Believe me, it's worth it. But I would also tell you this position has went in and out for all the years that I have done it. Some years I don't have a cleaning lady from January to March. Those are slower months in my retail business. So I figure, you know what? I'm going to hit the floor on my knees cleaning. And then other times I get to have her all year. So I do fluctuate with this position also, but it still is a game changer in my mind and my ability to focus when I'm not staring at dust bunnies. Hey, Encourager, Series 6 has come to an end, and boy, has this been a ride. Listen, we have a coupon code that is good for our Encourager Workshop. You know, the day that you spend with me and Angie working out your 2019. Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, we've planned it for you and a girlfriend. Buy one, get one half off. So if you use the code Encourager50 on the website at shoprSD.com and then click on Encourager, you can get the workshop for you and a girlfriend at 50% off for one. This could be a game changer for your 2019. Think about what we just talked about. You'll be able to accelerate your goals, plan them out, get really focused on what success means for you. It could mean just being clear in your brain for your family while you cook them supper. All kinds of awesome things are talked about during this day. We are opening up the class this year to 8 members instead of 4 because of our girlfriend pass. This is the time of year to do it, you guys. 2019 is going to be awesome. I can't wait to be a part of that, to coach you along, and to mostly just encourage you that I know you can do all the roles that you've been given. You are already gifted to do each one of them. Nothing is too large for you. We're just going to help you get organized and be able to execute on them. We got this, Encouragers. These 4 positions, no matter which one you choose, will change the way you accelerate or grow your business. What a great word, accelerate. Not in one spot, not spinning in a circle, but moving forward, accelerating. Think through what is the most time consuming, which one drains you the most, or which one gives you the most joy thinking about letting it go. We all know you never really release jobs in a small business. We still have our hand in a little bit of everything because we started it from scratch. But if you hired one of these, you would be able to do what you dreamed about when you started thinking about how great life would be if you started XYZ. I know for me, I thought if I would sew and design in my happy place all day long, it'd be the best job ever. But then the realities of small business crept in. So how can you return to that space of joy? So Encouragers, the challenge is in the next 6 weeks, I want you to hire one of these 4 positions. I want you to hire either an executive assistant, a website operator, a marketing or social media position, or a cleaning lady. Listen to this podcast again. Ask yourself, where are you the most overwhelmed? What gives you the most joy thinking about letting it go? And who do you already know that is dying to be a part of your team? You may already know them. Open up space, open your hand up, invite this position into your life, and let's get rolling with that accelerator that we talked about. We got this, Encouragers. Hey, Encouragers, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you've had the scene where you're crying because there's no way you can meet all the roles in your life, I've been there. I've so been there, but I'm not there anymore. And I know how you can get out of that slump and start executing on all the things that God has equipped you to do. You can pick up my book at equippedtoexecute.com, also on my website at shoprSD.com, and it's also available on Amazon. Thank you for tuning in, Encouragers. Remember to subscribe so it's automatically on your phone, and please rate and review me. We got this, Encouragers.